Okay guys, time for Sea and Blood. This is my Kickoo game. Long awaited posting here. I usually try to post around turn 10, but fortunately this one, I actually say I post around my mid game, which I consider to be when I reach about 20 stars per turn. And I'm fairly slow with Kickoo in this game. So you may want to look at what I do in this game and just decide to do the exact opposite. This will be the example of what not to do. So Quetz gives me climbing, and it's very important to see what he does next here, because I figured something out based on his movement. Unless whoever's playing Quetz here is just not logical in his movement. I was just checking the playback speed, making sure it's at 2 times speed. So hopefully this game doesn't drag too slow. I know I can be kind of slow on my decisions here, but I'm just mapping something out here for you guys. I'm basically saying there's no point in getting a warrior in that village, because a warrior will take 2 turns to reach that tree line, whereas I can afford riding next turn, and a rider will also, well, it'll only take 1 turn to reach that tree line, so I'll still have a unit there by turn 3. Plus I'll have a tech I need. Riders are always useful, and we're going to see that here in a second. I think on all my newer games, I do not record that that game screen that tells you the name of the game. I mean, that's kind of a waste of time. So what I figured out here, guys, is that Quetz had... I'm just showing you what his vision was on top of that mountain. So Quetz had climbing. He was on that mountain. He was farther to the left than I was. So if there's any villages over there to the left, in a land race, he would have won. That defender would have been faster than my warrior. So I'm not going to go left. Not at all. So I'm just going to peek up here on this mountaintop, see what's going on. And then I'm going to go for my riding I already knew I was going to get. And I set up a trap here. This trap is based on, I don't know, I wouldn't say greed, but I don't know. I basically just dangle a prize out in front of Quetz here, and he takes it, and he's going to lose his capital over it. But we're about equal of score here. And it's a good thing he takes this trap, because Quetz and their defenders, kind of annoying to try to kill in the beginning, but you'll see what happens here. So he can only afford 2 units out of that village. I mean, he can't even upgrade his anything next turn, because he bought climbing basically. So climbing put him behind as far as upgrading his village. Maybe he shouldn't have gotten climbing. Maybe he should have head north where the mountains aren't. But anyway, so I hit his warrior. So my rider cannot kill him next turn, of course, and he would fully heal in there with his warrior. So if he fully healed in there, I would not even be able to kill him with a rider warrior combo, because he's got a defense bonus in that village. But if I can lure him out of that village to a place where he doesn't have a defense bonus, say that mountain range, he just took the bait. Now he's out there on the mountain range. So now without his defense bonus, I can kill the 6 health warrior with a rider. So I don't go to the right where I planned, but opportunity presented itself. Now we've got a Quetz capital. There's a general rule. I mean, it's an advice on Discord. It says don't attack unless you can kill a unit that same turn. But as you can see, that's not always the case. It actually said it was a strategy, but so I'm saying to Quetzelli, I don't know. But basically what he said in Discord there was Quetz is the only tribe he's purchased. For some reason it was the only tribe he could play. It's not a bad tribe. Okay guys, so you might want to go up to where that the animal is on the right, reveal more clouds, but then you would miss out on any villages down there farther south, which happened to be where it was. Now we're planning our next tech we're going to buy. So, I mean, we could go for fruit to upgrade that second village, but we already have fishing, and we're going to go for hunting because, well, forestry is always nice, so we want to get closer to that. And as Kickoo, going for organization, it's not generally a good idea because there's no, once you harvest the fruit, there's no crops. There's no crops to turn into farms. I don't remember the last time I saw a farm on Kickoo land. So yeah, we've got that capital. And I apologize, guys. I should never have broken out the old Atari and played Polytopia on Atari, but yeah, I accidentally lowered the graphics on my record device, which really stinks because I'm going to do something pretty cool this turn. But even so, let's go ahead and let's just speed this up because it's really quite unbearable to look at these graphics. And it's actually 2 turns I did like this. So I already know, based on there's a fire up there, I'm going to meet most likely 2 players with that one explorer. Because, I mean, you got 1 player attacking the other, so it's got to be 2 players there. So I get some good stuff. I forget what it is, and I'm not even going to rewind it because it's hard to read anything on this screen. I don't even know how much health my rider has. Oh, it's still at 10. Okay. So yeah, notice I didn't go for that ruin. That was a mistake. I could have been in that ruin this turn. So I was figuring I can make it to that village up there in the north. But I turn around when I see a Polytar. Because, I mean, a Polytar will kill a rider in 1 shot. So luckily for me, Luxador and Ellie there are going at it. So no one's going to try to make their way down, and I'm sure one of them could kill me. I don't know. Luxador can normally just kill Kickoo fairly easily if they're on the same landmass. But I just lucked out. The fact that he spawned next to Ellie, and Ellie's got those strong Polytars in the beginning that keep him busy. So as you can see, I skipped the ruin and then I went back for it. So I wasted a turn. And now I'm planning on upgrading this village here. And let's just go to the next turn because this is horrible. Let's see. Let's just skip. Okay, much better. All right, so I wanted to upgrade that village, but of course, Quetz has to be, a jerk and step on my fruit. Not cool. No, I can't upgrade anymore. I got a useless explorer too. I think I might be in 3 times speed, but that's okay. I'm sure you can follow still. So yeah, I got a useless explorer, except he did show me a village I wasn't thinking would even be there. And I see another ruin, but that ruin is so far away, there's no way I'm going to walk through those trees to get that ruin. So that rider's definitely going to go somewhere else. I can tell you, I reached that ruin on turn 12, so I'm not even going to open it in this video. I won't even be able to open it till turn 13. So yeah, guys, I get stumped by Quetz here. I should be more advanced than I am, but I mean, his defenders are annoying me, and I'm gonna try to get his village, and it's just not easy to kill a defender in a village. It's not easy to kill a defender with a defense bonus. We are gonna kill his defender near my village here with that 2 health rider. He will come back and kill that defender. You'll see. I actually plan on sending him up north, and he actually moved farther after hitting that defender than he would if he didn't hit it. Even though he's only left with 2 health, I mean, you can still convert a village with 2 health. So 2 health rider is not completely useless. And here he is again. So, I mean, I could have killed his defender with my warrior, but my warrior would have wasted a turn. Because I want to move that warrior closer to his last village there. But killing that defender with my rider didn't slow my rider down, and he still would have ended up at that tree line up north. I believe we're about to meet another opponent here in a second. So yeah, that's good. I've got sailing, which is cool. I send out a defender. I meet my opponent here. So Hoodrick here is man, he's doing great. Yeah, his score, I believe his score is ahead of mine. And unfortunately, Hoodrick is being played by Owl. And Owl, I know he's got a personal vendetta against me by now, because he's had some really unlucky spawns where he was killed off on turn 3 or 4. But one thing I know from playing him in a 1v1 is he ecos really well. So now that he's had a game where he's had time to build his economy, I'm sure. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, guys. My prediction is Hoodrick may take this game. But he did give me math. So mathematics is what I'm going to use to kill that defender with his defense bonus there. And finally get rid of Quetz. And that's probably where I went wrong in this game. Was just trying to get that Quetz village. I should have just left him alone. Because at this point, maybe I should have been doing more for eco. We've only got 13 stars per turn on turn 10. That's like 7 stars behind where I want to be. So I should have went maybe for village upgrades. I'm just pointing out here that you don't ever want to put your unit in a mountaintop right next to your village, because that just invites other players, to attack you and move into your village, basically. So unfortunately, his rider could still make it into my village, I believe, because a 5 health rider hits a 8 health rider. The 5 health rider would not die from that. And look, I got my 2 health rider up north into that northern village finally. Ellie and Luxador are so involved with each other. I just fly totally under the radar there. And I don't know if you saw that, but Lux has already got knights. Yeah, being rich can make you scary. So there we go. We finally got that Quetz village. So maybe I can start doing some eco now. Maybe I can catch my score up to Hoodrick. I know it says I'm in first, but that's only because I took Quetz's village early. Finally got that village up north. Draw some scribbles on the screen. I don't even think those scribbles were worthwhile, honestly. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to put anything in my village, any warrior in my village, in case he has riders. I think he could use those riders to get into my village if I put a warrior in there. So I'm just going to leave it empty. So I'm assuming he might have riders in the clouds that he could use roads to reach my village with, which is a big assumption because I don't see any roads in the Hoodrick territory at all yet. I don't see any riders. No, he does have riders. I just don't see roads. Not sure why Luxador hit that Polytar up there with his knight if he couldn't kill it. I think Luxador's just really getting annoyed with those Polytars. So yeah, now Hoodrick's got a catapult. And all thanks to Hoodrick, I've also got a catapult. So thanks, Hoodrick. Thanks for math. This is the last turn, guys. There you go. I've broken 20 stars per turn, just barely. Really not doing the best here with Kickoo. I'll tell you, I'm not the best Kickoo player. I don't play Kickoo too much. I think there's a personal hatred I have towards Kickoo because on a large map, they just easily win if it's a 1 versus 1. Because yeah, this is a large map, but this has plenty of players. It's got 6 players in it. So their advantage is kind of negated by the amount of players here. All right, hopefully this game picks up and starts going more in my favor on turn 13 when I finally end that ruin down there in the far left. And I've got enough villages here. I could connect them all and I could get the road monument, or the village connection monument, or network. It's called network. So yeah, we'll see.